Let's talk about Penny Wong. Graham, at the same time as Jim Chalmers is announcing budget deficits as far as the eye can see, we've got his colleague, Penny Wong, saying Australian taxpayers should be funding the rebuild of Gaza while hostages are still held captive. How do you imagine that message goes down with most Aussies struggling to pay their power bills?
Well, I think it's a bad look, both for the cost to Australians, but more particularly Australia's engagement in the Middle East at a time when there's a fundamental realignment of interests there that are bad news for Iran at this stage, and we should be supporting those. But instead, the message that's being sent is one where we are hostile to our great ally in the region, in Israel, at a time where Israel is starting to call out the fair weather friends, if you like. It's withdrawn its embassy from Ireland, and it's come on the front foot with Australia and said, look, you're abandoning us at our time of need. Now, the unfortunate thing is that the Foreign Minister will probably wear that as a badge of honour. It's hard to see that the Penny Wong is sympathetic in any way to the Israeli government, and that's an unfortunate position for the nation. To commit to a rebuild of Gaza at this point in time, it's just too early. There will come a time when rebuilding is necessary, but we're not there yet.
Indeed. I'm not sure we've had a worse foreign minister than Penny Wong. Look, before I let either of you go, I want to talk about Christmas, because it's only a week away, but the Christmas Grinch is well and truly alive. Get this, a Melbourne council is refusing to use the word Christmas. Darebin Council is apparently decided, you know what, we're going to use this slogan, Darebin celebrates. And if that wasn't enough, this council have also reduced the height of their Christmas tree to save on plastic. But here's what I find strange. Darebin Council, Bronwyn, they don't want to use the word Christmas, but check out this same council's Facebook post during Ramadan last year. Ramadan Karam, they wrote, a peaceful and happy Ramadan to all in our community who observe this special month of reflection, prayer and connection. You might like to visit the Islamic Museum of Australia for a special school holiday activity where children can learn about the 5 pillars of Islam and create their own home 5 pillars cube. The Darebin Council say they're celebrating Christmas, but they've been unfairly criticised. They're going to talk about Darebin celebrates and festive season, just not using the word Christmas. Bronwyn, what on earth is going on in our country?
Well, James, I took a look at what other councils are doing down in Melbourne, and they're doing the right thing and celebrating Christmas, which is our culture. I took a look at what the voting pattern was at the last election for the mayor of this council, and she only got 27% of the primary vote. She is only 27% of people thought she was worth electing, and then the council made her mayor. So she's right out of step. She's not supported by the majority in her ward. She is a person who is not seeing that the wokeism that had infected this country like a disease is starting to get a cure and starting to disappear. And I think she should be given no attention at all. Just feel sorry for the people who elected her, even on 27%, and then the preferences flowed. And celebrate with those councils who are doing the right thing and having Christmas well and truly celebrated as it should be, as the birth of Christ.
Graham, as I pointed out, I mean, they've got a problem with Christmas, but they're very proud of Ramadan. And this is the thing that jacks most Australians. I mean, you know, we're all for celebrating whatever goes, but our own culture as well should be celebrated. And typically it's not, as this illustrates.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty grinchy thing, is it, to be ashamed, if you like, of your own culture, and we see far too much of it. In this, I think there's also a bigger thing, like how much do we want our councils to be spending on celebrating festivals of any sort? Surely there can be a bit of a thing there, but they should concentrate on picking up the rubbish, quite frankly.
Hey, there's a novel idea. Imagine if they did that. What an interesting proposal. Bronwyn and Graham, thanks for joining me tonight.